Good morning and welcome to Family Computer Center. In this video, we will discuss about the for loop in Excel VBA. For executing one or more program statement again and again at a number of times specified by the programmer. So this is really important to know about the loops in Excel VBA so that you can travel through the rows one after the other. Okay. So in all the loops, there will be a loop counter variable to control the execution of loop. That means how many times that loop should work, that is controlled by the loop counter variable. Okay. Then for loop is one of the most popular loop in almost all the programming languages. Correct? Okay. So this is a syntax of the for loop. Syntax means how does a for loop works. So you'll be having for, then you will have a counter variable. You can declare a counter variable, and even if you don't declare the counter variable, for loop will automatically consider it as declared. Then you have to give the starting value to, and you have to give the ending value. Then you have to say step increment or decrement. That means if your starting value is small to end is big, then it will be increment, and if the starting value is big and ending value is small, it will be decrement. That means how much step that loop should do, and inside the loop you will be writing your code, and at the end of the loop you will place the next to repeat the working. Okay, so here's an example for you. So here it is written for I is equal to 1 to 10 message box. I am inside the loop. So first running value of the I is 1, and then it goes inside the loop and trigger this message box. Then when we say next, the value of I will become 2, and the loop will check 2 is in between 1 to 10. Yes, then it will come inside and execute message box again. Then the I will become 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. All this time the loop is going to execute MSG box one after the other. Then once it becomes 11, that 11 doesn't falls between 1 and 10, then the loop breaks. That's how it works. Correct? Okay. So let's learn with an example. So here we have for loop sheet and we have print name on rows. So when I click this button, I want to print the name of my company like this way, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10 times from top to bottom. Correct? So I'm going for that in the Visual Basic. And when I went to Visual Basic, you can see I have made a module already which is having the name loop testing, and I have a sub print name down. And here I have declared a worksheet variable, and I set that worksheet variable to our sheet called the for loop. This is the name of the sheet I have. For I is the counter variable I declared equal to 1 to 10 step 1. Then I'm saying like ws dot range of A1 equals FCC. Then I'm giving next. What will happen if I execute this code? If I execute this code, it is going to write FCC in A1 10 times. Actually, we don't want to limit our program to stay in A1. Our program should go A1, A2, A3, A4, A5, A6 like that. So for that, what I'm going to do is like I will remove this one and A, and I will say and I. I is the variable, right? So in the first running, I is 1. So it will become ws.range of A1 equals FCC. That means FCC will be written in A1. Then when it's the next, I will become 2, and it will be saying ws.range of A2 equals FCC. So it will go so on till 10. So let's try to execute it. I will right click, assign macro, and I will give the macro name, and when I click this, there you go, you can see FCC is written A1 to A10. Now I want to print the name in columns. That means I want to travel horizontally starting from A to J. So from here to here, how many cells are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10 cells. 10 cells horizontally I want to travel. Okay, so if I travel horizontally, I'm just going to copy this sub down. Okay, so here I can see print right. Okay, then I'm giving like 1 to 10 step 1 itself, but I can't use the range method here because here I don't want to increase the number a1 a2 a3 like that. Here I want a to go b c d like that, which is not possible with the alphabet. So I'm going to use another method here. I'm just using cells of. So this is the second method of accessing cells in Excel. You will say cells, row index and column index, and I'm saying row index is 1, that means the first row, and column index is I, that means in the first running it will be first row, first column. Then in the second running it will be first row, second column. Third running, first row, third column, that means this one and this one. Correct? It will go so on till 10th column. So let me try to assign this macro to this one. Assign macro, print name right. Then when I click, there you go, it goes to the right side. And what if you want to print it diagonally? That means at the same time column and row must be increased. Correct? So this one, in this lesson I'm trying to teach you the possibility of for loop, how does it work and how does the things happen inside the for loop. Okay, so I'm just copying this down again. Okay, I will paste it over here. Print name, I will change the sub name to print name diagonal. Okay, then I'm gonna say cells of I comma I. I comma I means what? First running it will be 1 comma 1, that means first row, first column, that is a first cell A1. Then in the second running it will be 2 comma 2, that means second row, second column, that means second row, second column, that is B2. The next running third row, third column, C3. Then fourth row, fourth column, D4. Like that it will go diagonally. Let's try that. I'm just right click, assign macro, and I will say print diagonal. When I click this, there you go. It is printing now diagonally. Correct? Okay. So hope you understand how does the for loop basically work. I have one more example for you to make a multiplication table of 2. This is to make you understand for loop can handle more than one statement at the same time. Okay. So I will just copy this sub down and I will say like, I will change the sub name to multiplication table. Then the sheet name is MUL, and it should go from 1 to 10 itself, right? Step 1 itself, and I'm saying like WS dot first one, WS dot range of A and I equals I itself. That means what? I want to print 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 here because I is incrementing 1 to 10. Then now I am giving like in the B column, I just want to show the star symbol or the multiplication symbol. So I will change B and I is equal to X. X means there will be a multiply symbol. And in the third column, C column, I want to display number 2. So I will say C and I is equal to 2. And in the fourth D column, I want to display the equal symbol. And in the fifth column, which is E column, I want to display I multiply 2. So when I go back to my Excel after assigning the macro, when I click this, there you go. This is the multiplication table of 2, right? So in the first column, it is printing 1, 2, 3, 4. Second column, it is printing multiplication symbol. Third column, 2, and fourth column, equal symbol, and fifth column, the multiplied values, correct? So this example is to make you understand, simply make you understand, you can have more than one statement inside the for loop to satisfy your requirement. Hope you enjoyed the lesson. Thank you so much for watching, and make sure that you subscribe to our channel so that you will not miss any further video we post.